Hello, welcome to Gigi's Sweet Peaches channel. It is Wednesday, Wax Wednesday, if that, and I hope you're having a fabulous day. So I promised I would do a couple videos, and I'm so sorry. I got sick last week, right before the weekend, and I took some time off. And that is one of the great things when you have your own Scentsy business, that when you get sick, you can take time off. You don't have to ask permission. You don't have to write a request to take the day off. You just say, you know what? I need to rest. And I did just that. So I finished out my vacation. My son went back to school Monday. I went back to my morning job on Monday. And so here we are today. I took some days to get back into the groove of things, and here I am. So that is one of the great things about having your Scentsy business. So I wanted to pick up and now move on to not so much follow-up, but now that you have your customer base, now where do you go from there? You have a list, maybe of 20 people. Maybe those people are your closest friends. But what about when you really need to work your business? Do you have a customer base? Do you have people already in your system? If you're a brand new consultant, then obviously this may be different for you, but I'm going to speak to those that have been doing the business for a little while. And like me, I'm going into my 4th year with Scentsy this year. So you know that you have a database, right? You have people that have gone onto your website, some of them not shopped yet, right? So if you have never run a report in your back end on your dashboard, it's very important to go and run that report to figure out what customers are shopping with you and what customers have looked at your website but maybe not shopped with you. Those are potential customers, right? Those are people that have looked but maybe had questions. Maybe they forgot. Maybe they just got busy and just dropped off from the website. Who knows? But those are people that you can now go and do some follow-up with. So a lot of times I've heard, excuse me if I clear my throat a couple times, I've heard from my teammates that I've reached out to everyone, nobody is ordering. Now that is one thing that you can decide, okay, no one's ordering, I'm just going to give up, right? But if you're like me, that is not the answer, because you have a certain amount of PRV that you want. You have a goal every single month. If you're like me, you have set a goal. And when you're in incentive periods, you know that you have goals to reach in order to obtain that incentive. So let's just say you want 200 PRV. You want to be active every single month. We're going to start at the bottom and then we'll work our way up. So if you are a brand new consultant or you've been doing it for a few months now and you've now gotten in the habit of going to your back end, to your dashboard that Scentsy provides to us, you're going to go and look at the contacts tab. That is going to give you a list of people. Now, if you're like me, you want to see it, you maybe want to print it. If not, you can download it into Excel. You can open it up and you can, filter it however you like. The last time they purchased, or if they've never purchased, then that date will be like 1900 or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but it's some weird date. And that will show you that they've never purchased, meaning they've gone to your website and they have not purchased yet. These are your potential leads. These are potential customers. So for those of you that are sitting there like, I've reached out to 20 people, no one wants to order, it's after Christmas time. Friends, do not give up. I promise you, there are people that are shopping. There are people that aren't just, putting other priorities first before Scentsy. There are people that have different money situations, right? We all have a different financial budget. You can never assume that one person has money and the other person doesn't. Do not ever assume what someone else's bank account is. If they tell you not at this time, say, can I follow up with you in 2 weeks? Most of us get paid once, twice, 3 times a month. So you have to kind of follow up with that not just, okay, thanks, and stop talking to them, but can I follow up with you in 2 weeks? Or can I let you know when something's launching next time? That way you can kind of gauge, are they blowing you off or are they really just don't have the funds right now? And a lot of times people won't respond if they don't have funds, right? Maybe they'll ignore you, but that doesn't mean that they don't want to shop with you. That means maybe just not right now. So unless someone tells you flat out, like, hey, I don't want to shop with you anymore, then don't take that. Sorry, guys, knocked you. Don't take that as I never want to shop with you and stop communicating with them. So now that you have this list, you have a potential. When I ran it, I had like 300 and something people. So those are people that now you can follow up with. Now, a lot of times when you join companies, they'll talk about the top 100, they'll talk about your top 50. That's when, if you have nobody in that list, then you want to make a list of maybe your top 50 people in your family and your friends, maybe your son's daycare, some moms, or school, or groups if he's in karate, or, whatever, right? You have to think outside the box. You can't just say, okay, I have 10 people, I've contacted them, nobody wants to order, I'm giving up for the month. That is not how we have a successful business, number one. And that is not how you're going to have sales. The way that you're going to have sales is by making connections, by making those physical one-on-one contact, and maybe in person, maybe on a phone call. But you could also do it text, PM, email, whatever's most comfortable for you. But you also want to make sure you're doing multiple different contact ways, because not everybody checks email. Not everybody likes email. Some people like text. Some people like a phone call. If you know them personally, if they're family and friends, then pick up the phone and just call them and say, hey, I have a goal I need to reach this month. Will you help me by creating a shopping link? Whether or not they can shop or not, they still have a potential of sharing that link. So main thing is, if you really, really, truly want to reach your goals, then you're going to have to step out of that comfort zone. You're going to have to step out of that box, and you're going to have to think about the ways that you can make contact with other people that you're not normally contacting. So think about the ways that you can reach out to those people that aren't in your, tight circle. You have to think about reaching out to those people maybe that you've only talked to once or twice, or the people that you haven't really engaged with at different events. You want to grow those friendships organically, yes, but you have to start somewhere. You have to reach out in some type of way. Now, I'm not saying go and cold call every single person on your Facebook or every mom in Girl Scouts. That's not what I'm suggesting. What I'm suggesting is start making connections. Start building those relationships and your friendships with these people. Excuse me. But the way that you can start right now is with your family and friends. So you're going to make a list, and you could do 20 people, 30 people, however many people you want, but you're going to make a list of your closest friends, family, your mom, your sister, your aunt, whoever you think might potentially be interested in helping you. Because number one, we all know that family and friends don't always help us, right? That's just how it works. Some people support you and some people don't. Some people don't really understand the business. Maybe they think it's a scam or this or that. But friends, you have to get away from that, and you have to realize that what you're doing is a business, a marketing business, and it is going to take time for you sometimes to learn how to talk to different people, how to talk to family and friends about your business. Be proud of what you're selling. You have an amazing product. Most of the time when I talk about Scentsy, people know about it. I don't have to go into a lot of detail, but there are people that I meet at events sometimes that don't. And so that's your cue to be able to give them that information in non-pushy way, but giving them the information to learn about what Scentsy is, maybe some samples or whatever. So you have those top people. Let's go back to that. We have top 20 people, top 50 people, whatever your list is. If you can do 100, great. But I always try to tell people when I'm teaching them, kind of start with 20 to 50 people, and then you'll see where you can go from there. Get those shopping links started, friends. These are things that people may not realize, that they don't have to physically buy anything. They can just help you and support you by sharing your link or starting their own and making some own connections and getting out that link to their friends and family, because that's where the key is, right? You want to reach out to as many people. So you may not know the other 50 people you're about to meet, but those people have friends and family that reach out to you for ordering. So those are potential customers. So you kind of have to start thinking about what you can do outside of your box right now. If you're struggling with PRV, if you're struggling with having the people to contact, this is where you have to start. You have to start with family and friends. You have to start with your circle. And if that's the kids, friends, the kids' family, the school, wherever you have of building those relationships. And then organically, they're going to realize once you're sharing that Scentsy life out there on your social media, as you become friends with these people, they are going to realize that you're selling Scentsy. So you don't have to really say, well, I'm selling Scentsy. You want to have a party? You want to buy from me? Like, you don't want to do it that way. A lot of people do. And that's up to you how you do your business. But I firmly have felt that making those organic relationships, meeting people at events and growing those relationships have really helped me in my business. And then getting those contacts out there to put out their link, to do fundraisers, to do other things than you just sharing it out. Because when they're asking their friends and family if they would like some product, or if they need a refill, or their stash is getting low from the holidays, or whatever it is, that helps you get those orders without having to do the work, right? So whether or not you are wanting to have online parties or doing all those things, shopping links is a great thing to offer to your customers, your potential customers, and those friends and family that are like, I don't want this product, I don't need it, but maybe they'll still help you. People that don't have funds right now, maybe they'll still help you by doing a shopping link. So start thinking about the other ways that you can reach out to these people. Making that list is number one, and then reaching out to all of your customers potentially that have shopped with you prior, checking up, following up, and then potentially asking them if they'd like to start their own shopping link. Do that. Do one list of 50 people, 20, 50 people. Start with that and see if you can build your business a little bit wider, right? So if you're thinking like, I haven't been able to get any orders this month, it's a slow month, we just had Christmas, no one's shopping, that is not necessarily true. Maybe you just aren't going outside big enough from your normal people that you have been talking with, right? So think about the ways that you can get outside of that group, or, have shopping links, have them order, reorder their stash or whatever it is, but you do have that potential to reach other people by getting those shopping links out. Okay. So now, no promises, right? I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know for sure this is going to work for you. But what I do know, friends, is the more people you talk to, the more you do your follow-up, the more you are consistent in your business, and you take this goal, what you have for the month, and you break it up into weeks, you are going to see the difference. It may not be today, it may not be next week, but it for surely will help you in the end with your business. If you are consistent, that is the key to success with any business. And especially with Scentsy, the more that you do that personal follow-up, the more that they see that you do care, that you're doing that extra work to get them to shop with you, they're going to shop with you. Not only because you care and that you're following up and you're doing the extra work, but you are showing them that you want them as your customers. And so you have this opportunity right now to take a step back from your business, figure out what your plan is for the month, what your goals are. We've talked about your why. We've talked about your goals. We've talked about, making that timeline, doing your time blocking on other videos. So if you missed it, go back and watch my other videos. But today, make that list of 20 to 50 people, and I promise you, you will see a difference in your business next month. Give it 30 days, because you're going to need to get in the habit. You're going to need to practice this every single day. Maybe not every single day, maybe 2 days a week or 5 days a week, whatever you want to invest. That is up to you. That is another thing that's great about being a Scentsy consultant. It is up to you. You get to decide, right? All right, friends, I hope this has helped in some way. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye.